morning, guys. Elena and I are just hanging out while she finishes her milk this morning. She woke up at 9 today, like after 9. It was almost like a quarter after 9. So I got up and started getting ready before she woke up, and then she just kind of hung out in her crib while I finished. But we're just sitting here right now. Elena's watching a Halloween TV show that I think is new on Netflix. And once she finishes, I think we're going to try and go out to Target just to... Mommy. What, sweet girl? Look, you got milk everywhere. I think we're going to go out to Target because the other day that I was there, they had started pulling out the Christmas stuff. Hi. Hi. I know it's like way too early for some people, but Christmas is my jam. Like, I love Christmas and I cannot wait to start decorating for Christmas, but I normally don't decorate until the Friday after Thanksgiving. So, I mean, you won't see any Christmas stuff in my house quite yet, but I'm super excited. So I think we're gonna go and just walk around Target for a little bit. Today at 2 o'clock, she does have her checkup for her 18-month checkup. And I just cannot believe that she's already 18 months. Like, it's blowing my mind how fast time is going by, and that in 6 months she's going to be 2. I'm going to have a 2-year-old. Like, what the heck? I don't know. It's crazy. So we're going to go do that. She just finished her milk, I think. Elena? Are you all done? So we're just going to take you along, and then I'll give you Elena's 18-month checkup. I haven't done any checkups, or not checkups. I haven't done any updates with you before for Elena. So I think I'm going to do that today since we do have that appointment, and I am off for the day because of this appointment. So we'll just bring you along our day, and then towards the end, I'll give you that update on her. Let's put you down, okay? We'll walk across the street. Come on, this way. Alright, so I have Elena buckled up in her car seat now, and we're gonna head home. We were in Target for about, probably about an hour maybe. Elena was pretty good. It's been a really long time since I had been to Target and just like browsed and taken my time and walked around. Like, it'd been a really long time. So it was nice. Elena, she usually, as soon as she gets in the car, she starts crying, so I don't take long anywhere I go. But today she got in the car and I gave her a new little cart wipe so that she could clean the cart, because she loves wiping down the cart. So she sat there for a good little while doing that. We did stop in the Starbucks in the store, and I got a drink and a breakfast sandwich, and Elena got a cake pop and an apple juice. So that kept her entertained for a little while longer. Uh-oh, did you drop your juice? So right now we are going to head home, put her down for a nap. Yes, sweet pea. Yes, baby. Yes. Yes. Okay, yeah, as you can tell, she's getting grumpy. So we're gonna go, and then after she gets up, hopefully I can have time to give her lunch really fast, and we'll head on to her pediatrician.
What's his name, Mama? Tutu?
No, Shark, remember?
But she calls
Can you
her
say
Tutu.
Shark? It's like you know what's coming.
What's a yes? Okay. She put it to yes. Another yes? Okay. It's who? It's juice. Where's the juice?
No, it's like... It's a puree.
How? It's a puree. Here you go. to it.
Ew, gross.
Ew, gross.
Ew, gross.
Ew, gross.
The guts, Mama, the guts.
Ew, gross.
Gross.
Ew, gross. Good. Oh, you want to see? You want to see how it's looking?
Ew, gross.
Does it smell good? You got it on your chin.
You should focus right there.
My hand is hurting. It's gonna start cramping.
And there's the other face of focus.
Alright, so here's one pumpkin. You can't really tell what it is, huh? But I'm sure it'll look cool once it's dark and the light is on inside, but it is a skull. That's what that is. Elena's just been coloring and Bryant is carving out Boo. So this little stencil is what he used. This one's gonna look way cool. I think this one's my favorite. It's just cute. So it's been a couple of hours since I last picked up the camera and we were carving pumpkins. As we were finishing, my dad called and he was like 5 minutes away from my house and asked if he could drop by. So he did, and he took us out for dinner. So we went out to dinner and then came back, and he's already gone back home. But as soon as I got back, I cleaned off the pumpkin seeds. So I washed those off and I'm gonna roast them now. So on all of them, I'm gonna just add a little bit of olive oil and some sea salt, and I'll do that on all of them. And then on half of them, I'll do some cayenne pepper because I do like mine a little bit spicy. So I'm gonna add that on half of them after I've put them on my pans, and then I have 2 separate pans so that I know which is which. And I'm so excited. I'm pretty sure these are gonna be gone tonight, at least my half, because I have to save some for Bryant. He went to work shortly after we finished carving our pumpkins. Hey, what are you doing? Elena's just been playing around while I've been doing that. She did undergo an outfit change, if you noticed, because she got pumpkin all over herself after we were, oh hi sweet girl, after we finished carving. So I changed her before we went out to dinner. So I'm just gonna get this done and then stick them in the oven, and I am so excited to eat them. So I'm finished with my pumpkin seeds. Look how good these look. Like, these look really good. But these are a little overcooked. Some of them, I kind of mixed the 2 batches. There's 2 batches of the ones just with the salt in this one. These, I had no idea how much time to put on it, so I just guessed. And clearly I overcooked them. But they're still good. I'm sure Bryant will still like them. I did 40 minutes, you guys. I did 40 minutes. And on the first batch, that's like these really brown ones. And then I did 30 minutes on these that aren't as brown. Like, look at the difference. What 10 minutes does. And so I was like, oh, those are still kind of a little brown looking. So then on these, which look perfect, cooked for 20 minutes. So clearly maybe I will remember that pumpkin seeds only need to be in the oven for 20 minutes at 350 degrees. And I should have kept an eye on them, but I didn't, because Elena and I we sat down and watched a Halloween show before she went to bed for like the last 30 minutes before she went to bed, so I wasn't keeping a really close eye on her. And then the next batch that I made, we were upstairs getting her ready for bed. So the only one where I was like actually here present in the kitchen was the ones that looked really good, and they taste so good. If Bryant only liked spicy, I mean, they're not too spicy. These are the ones that have the cayenne, but they're not too spicy. They're actually really, really good. But I don't know if Bryant will like them because he cannot handle any spice. All right, so now that I finished my pumpkin seeds, I am gonna go over Elena's update. I have never done an update for her, and I started my channel back when she was 8 months, I think. So it's been 10 months since I started my channel, and this is the very first update of hers that I'm doing. It's her 18-month one. I just figured since I was vlogging today anyways, it would be a perfect day to do this update since we were going to her appointment. So I wrote down a couple of things that I wanted to just go over, and I have her little form from the doctor as well. But first, before I start, let me show you Elena. I put her down for bed 20 minutes ago, and listen, like, she is still awake, and she's not crying or anything. Whoops. She's not crying or anything. She's just playing around and talking to herself. She is so funny. I just hope that she will go to bed soon, or go to sleep soon anyways. So Elena, today, oh, let me move it so it's not so much, so you don't get so much of the light. So at the doctor today, everything was normal. She has gained a little bit of weight, which is great because Elena is on the small side. She is 18 months as of yesterday, and she is still wearing 12-month clothing, and I have started purchasing 18-month clothing for her, but she is still like growing into the 18-month. So some of it fits her pretty good, some of it is still huge. It just really depends on where I find her clothes. So she's just always been really little. Her shoe size is a size 3 to 4, and it's really, really hard to find shoes for Elena that have a hard sole because she still fits into infant shoes. So, and all of the infant shoes are soft sole, not the hard sole, because they're pre-walkers. So it's been really hard. I did find out though that at Walmart they do have those really little tiny shoes that are hard sole. So if any of you have problems like me because your baby is just a teeny little thing, at Walmart they do have hard sole shoes that start at a size 3, maybe even a size 2, I think. So that's been really helpful. I bought a couple of pairs of shoes for her there. And I was starting to worry because with winter coming, I didn't know if I was gonna find closed-toed shoes, because for summer it was really easy because they have all the jellies, and the jellies, they're all the same whether you're a toddler or an infant or a little girl. And so that was easy, but now it was getting a little bit harder because she needs like warm boots and stuff, which I haven't quite found like rain boots or snow boots or anything that will fit her. So if any of you know where I can find tiny little rain boots or something, let me know in the comments. So she's gained, I think it's been about 3 pounds within the last 3 months, which is great for her. Like I said, she is teeny. She is just a little bit over 2 feet. So there's that. Elena does eat 3 times a day. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I give her snacks throughout the day as well. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, she always sits at the table, and we always try and sit with her if we can. Especially for breakfast and lunch is a little bit harder because the day's a little bit more busy. But for dinner, we are always sitting together for dinner because I just want it to be like a family time to spend together. So even though Bryant's not here with us every night of the week, Elena and I still do have dinners together. She eats pretty well. She likes a whole lot of different things. Like I'm not the one to say, oh, like it's broccoli, she's not gonna like that. Like I'm not even gonna let her try it or make her try it. I just feel like I want her to try all sorts of things, and I want to introduce her to foods earlier so that she doesn't develop any allergies, like peanut allergies or, you know, things like that. So I give her all sorts of different things, and she's done really well so far. She doesn't eat too much though, and we talked about that with her pediatrician, and he said that it's totally normal, because I was telling him that sometimes I worry because she just takes maybe like 2 bites out of her meal, and then she's like, all done, and she wants to get down. But he says it's totally normal, you know, as long as she's eating snacks and things throughout the day, that's all good and well. And clearly she's gained 3 pounds within the last 3 months, so she is gaining a healthy weight. Sorry, I'm just watching Elena right now, and she's being so funny. She's up right now because the last few days, I think the last 3 days in a row, she has gone to bed really, really late. And so now she's like, Mom, you're trying to put me to bed at 8 o'clock? Like, come on. So she's just playing around. But anyways, a few things that we're trying to teach Elena. So she knows how to say lots of different words. She says please almost after everything that she asks for. She says thank you when she feels like it. So thank you is still a work in progress, but she says like up please, more please, water please, juice please. So anything that she wants, she's usually using please after it as well, which I just love. We are also teaching her words of affirmation. So I stole this from the movie The Help, or the book The Help. I don't know if you've read the book or seen the movie. I did both. But in The Help, the one maid, she cares for, I think she's like a 2 or 3 year old, and she tells her every day, you is kind, you is smart, you is important. So with Elena, I'm trying to teach her correct grammar and how to say things correctly. So we've just changed it up a little bit just to say, I am kind, I am smart, I am important. And she does the actions with it all the time as well. Between me and Bryant, she like does it so good, and she's so cute about it. Anytime I pull out the camera or we try to show someone else, she's not so sure about it. She gets shy, but she's so cute. She goes, I am kind, I am smart, I am important. So it's really cute, and it's just something that I want her to know, and you know, to know that she is smart and she can be kind, you know, no matter what, and she is important. You know, I just want her to grow up feeling that way. Also, another thing, right now she is like attached to me. She is such a mama's girl for sure. She follows me around everywhere I go. She does whatever I do. She is just the cutest thing. Like anytime she's scared or she's sad, it's always go to mama. And she does love her daddy too. She's just not as attached to him quite yet. Not to say, I don't know if I'm using the correct words, but she's just much more of a mama's girl, but she loves playing with him. and he's so good with her. Like he's definitely the fun parent, and she just loves that. Like every time they're together, they're just laughing and laughing. It is just the funnest thing to see. And then, oh, one last thing I have written down is that she is just such a little daredevil now. We have all of our bar stools and our kitchen table. Obviously the bar stools are up higher, and then we have a tall dining table. So all of the chairs are all up higher because they're the dining table we have is the counter height. So she loves to try to slide off of those or jump off of them, and that I have to be so careful with, because I used to be able to just put her on a chair and go to timeout, and she would just sit there because she was too scared to move or do anything. But now she's like, oh, you're putting me in timeout? Well, I'm about to get out of here, and she tries to run for it. So I have to watch her now, and I have to stand next to her. So whenever she goes to timeout, like I have to stand there and be in timeout with her just to make sure that she stays on the chair. Timeout, if you are curious to know, I do put her in timeout only for 1:30 seconds. It's just like a super quick thing, but she knows that she did something wrong. We talk about what she did before I put her in timeout. We talk about what she did afterwards and ask her not to do it again. And it's been really good, and it's worked so well for us, and it's helped her break some bad habits that she has. So timeout is one of our forms of discipline, and I really like it a lot. And you're supposed to add a minute like increment each time they turn, you know, a new age. So right now she's 18 months, so 1:30 seconds. When she turns 2, it'll be 2 minutes, you know, 3 minutes, and just goes up from there. So it's not too long, because kids do have really short attention spans, so you don't want to stick them in there for so long that they forget why they're even in there. But yeah, so she loves to climb all sorts of things, and she likes to climb on her glider in her room, and she jumps off of it. She jumps on the little ottoman that we have in there, and she jumps to the floor on the pillows, or if there aren't pillows, she doesn't care. She's just so curious about everything, and she just likes to test the waters. But she is definitely the joy in our lives, and we love her so much. Brian and I couldn't be more smitten with her. But that is all I have for you today. Sorry, I keep looking over here because I have Elena still up on the monitor. I should have just turned it off, but she's just so funny. Like, she's been laying in there 30 minutes now, and she is still squirming around and talking. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video isn't too long, because I just talked a whole lot about Elena right now. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much, and I always appreciate your super kind comments and all of the likes and all the love that you show me on my channel. But that is it for today. I will see you in my next video. If you like this, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I would love to have you a part of my YouTube family. And I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.